Hi everyone, it's Tasmania from Tassie J Designs, and today I'll be making curtains for my boyfriend's kitchen. Today we're going to do that. We're going to be making double curtains for the window in his kitchen. Let's get started. Okay, so now I am first going to start by measuring out the pole, just so that I get the desired width of the curtains. So as you can see here, I'm just measuring the pole, writing down my measurements and sort of doing my calculations for the added fullness of the curtain and all of that jazz. And now it is time to actually start preparing to cut the fabric, and this is what the fabric looks like. It's this beautiful like floral gray floral print with some silver branches in there. I think it looks really nice. And then also got this pattern, which is quite cool, and then also got this loop toner, which I really needed for future projects, and then also got some more white thread. And now it is time to start cutting out the fabric, and as you can see here, I'm just starting to prepare for that. is what the cut-out curtains look like. I think they look so beautiful. And now I'm just pressing the curtains. The pressing is the most crucial part to make sure I get the to get the seams correct, as well as where the rod would sit through the curtain. Time to officially start sewing these curtains. These curtains actually was like so quick to work up. I probably got the curtains like finished sewn in like maybe 20 minutes. It was super quick to stitch up these curtains, and with the industrial machine it is just so easy and just so amazing to just sew up these curtains. Honestly, they just, oh, I can't get over how smooth this machine runs.
enjoy. After filming this, they're not going to be couple of hours.
And now this is what sort of what the curtain looks like now. So yeah, now I just need to do the other curtain and then we'll be all set. So unfortunately when I tried to put the curtains on the rod just wasn't cooperating with the curtains, so I opted for these metal rings and these little hooks to insert into the curtain. As you can see, that's the hook and that's the ring. And yeah, now it's time for the final reveal. And look at how beautiful those curtains are. Oh my gosh. And that is it, guys, on the video of me sewing up my boyfriend's curtains. I really hope you enjoyed that, and I really hope you enjoyed following along to me sewing up those curtains. And yeah, they look great up, and yeah, I love it. They look so good. Thank you guys for watching and happy sewing. Bye guys.